They don't build porches like they used to. Wide wooden slats under your feet. A rocking chair that creaks with age and stories. And the scent of jasmine carried on the summer breeze. That was where Mr. Harold Thompson taught me the things that no book ever could. Harold lived 2 houses down from my grandparents in a sleepy little town in Indiana. He was the sort of man you noticed not because he spoke the loudest, but because when he did speak, everyone leaned in. I was just a lanky teenager then, full of big dreams and even bigger impatience. But Harold had time. He always had time. One late August afternoon, I found myself sitting beside him on his porch. The cicadas hummed like they always did, and the world felt slow in a way that doesn't exist anymore. I had just messed up a job interview at the local hardware store, and I was angry, mostly at myself. I told Harold I wasn't going back. "They don't want me," I said, "so why bother?" He nodded slowly, his eyes fixed on the horizon, like he could see something out there I couldn't. "You know," he began, "when I came home from the war, I applied to 7 jobs, got turned down 7 times. 8th one said yes." He paused, took a sip of iced tea, and then added, "Sometimes life says no, just to see if you mean what you say." That line stuck with me like a stone in my pocket, heavy enough to feel, small enough to carry. Over the years, Harold shared stories, some about the war, some about raising 3 kids in a 2-bedroom house, and others about his wife, who passed too young, but never really left the front porch swing. He never offered advice outright. He'd just tell a story, and somehow, in the middle of it, the answer you were looking for would drift in like a soft breeze. What I learned from Harold wasn't written on a chalkboard. It was patience, the kind that waits for the bread to rise, the letter to come, the right moment to speak. It was gratitude for a roof that doesn't leak, for a neighbor who checks in, for a day without pain. And it was the importance of showing up, even when it's hard, even when you're scared, even when you think no one's watching. Harold passed away one autumn morning with a quilt on his lap and the porch bathed in golden light. They say he went peacefully, which feels right, because that's how he lived. Now, whenever life feels too loud, too fast, I think of that porch, and I slow down. Because some lessons aren't shouted, they're whispered over time, between sips of tea and the steady creak of a rocking chair. And maybe, just maybe, you have a Harold in your life too. If you do, tell us about them below.